Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Q&A with Val Nek and myself. So I hoped you liked the intro. I said this in the last Q&A, but one of the best ways to transform emotions and heal emotions and let emotions go is dancing and music. And I think it's really, really important for us to remember that, especially this time of year. I feel things can be very intense with our families and different family dynamics and even friendships or just what is going on with the world in general. So I like that song. I like disco music, and that's why I chose it. So I wanted to comment on a few things before I start with Val Nek. The first one is Elon Musk and Neuralink. Okay, so what do I think about Neuralink? So I don't represent the Galactic Federation and their interests because I'm not a member of the Galactic Federation and just is not my role. And I don't represent the human race to the Galactic Federation. Like, I'm not a middleman. Nobody elected me to represent them, nor do I want that job. So I just represent myself and what I think, and that's what I want to do. So with Neuralink, technology is a tool. I've said this before. I think Elon Musk and the Twitter files are fantastic. I think it's awesome. I love it. I'm all over Telegram, reposting the stuff. I think it's great. Do I think as the human race we should just hand over our trust and possibly our sovereignty to a billionaire selling us technology to put into our brains? No. What, like we're dumb? Have we learned anything? Absolutely not. I think it should totally be questioned. I think everything, all of the concerns that people are presenting, with the Neuralink of being taken over, some big AI takeover, validated. I agree. I don't think we are responsible enough to use technology in that way, even if it is a good thing. And for one example is the internet. We're all afraid of being manipulated by technology. First and foremost, that has been going on for a very long time. The government controlling people via brain implants has been going on for a very long time. Civilians being controlled via brain implants has been going on for a very long time. But also, even if you're not, we're on the internet trashing each other and trying to destroy each other, and we're using technology in a nefarious way, the same way the cabal does it. So if you want to change, be the change. So that, I think, is step one for being responsible and accountable with our own emotions and projections. And then maybe that will dissolve some of the fear because we'll be trusting ourselves because we're actually using the technology responsibly. What I think Neuralink could be, like if it's a good thing, you can put an implant in someone and they can be remotely controlled via a computer, and that computer can be in the hands of the cabal, or they can try and, hook a bunch of people up to hive consciousness, that kind of thing. Or where I've seen it up there is the members of the Federation have implants, and they are using them to interface with the technology. And so it's almost like your mind becomes the mouse or the cursor to the computer, where you're thinking and you're interacting with the technology, but you're in control of where you're taking the computer or where you're taking the information, not the information or the computer linking to your brain and then is in charge of your brain. So there's a difference. And do I think it works well for the people in 5D, the benevolent races in 5D who use this technology? Yes. Are we as a race as spiritually evolved as them? No. So there's a problem, right? Like, we have to be spiritually evolved and responsible enough to take care of ourselves and not try and destroy each other when we have disagreements, or among other things, when we feel threatened. We have to be as spiritually evolved more spiritually evolved to handle or to be responsible with this type of technology. So if we're doing that, if we're evolving and taking responsibility and spreading love and healing, and not the fake type of love, like not the, oh, love and light, bless kind of thing. I mean, really like healing and stuff. If we're doing that, then it doesn't matter if there is some billionaire trying to take control of us. It's not going to happen. So far, we have yet to be defeated. And we should be proud of that. I'm super proud of us for that. I sit in this chair. This chair is my great grandmother's chair, and I'm named after her. Her name was Rose. And so it's very kind of uncomfortable, so I shift myself a lot, but I like to sit in it because it reminds me of her. So, okay, and then I wrote, the ability to be vulnerable with yourself is the key to self-discovery. So a lot of us have an unconscious fear of ourselves. We're afraid of ourselves. We're afraid to feel our own shame. We're afraid to feel our own emotions. And this stunts our evolution, and this stunts our growth. I also mentioned chemtrails. So there's a big, when chemtrails are mentioned, and obviously they're still going on, which is a symbol of our ongoing war, right? Because we know who is responsible for the chemtrails. It's the cabal. Why aren't the white hats, why aren't the alliance taking care of it? Well, my perspective is that they have more important things to do. Like maybe they're doing stuff underground. Maybe they're trying to take back control of the government, and then they can take out these companies that are contracted through our government to spray those chemtrails. If you're upset about these things, do something about it. There are billions of us. There are billions. Raise awareness. Do everything you can do. And then there won't be this energy of unsatisfaction or this, maybe you're upset about it. I can't find the right word, but basically the world is a reflection of you. So if you're doing everything you can to make sure yourself is a success, your freedom is a success, the planet will be successful, then in time this will be taken care of and you wouldn't worry about it. So I'm just trying to offer some spiritual advice or some advice. The future of the disclosure community is super exciting. The best is yet to come. So if anyone is unsatisfied with disclosure or feeling like there's supposed to be more, yes, the best is yet to come. And there were thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people sent here. And even if you're from Earth, you are a part of it too. I don't know the exact plans. But I've been told to be extremely excited about this. Maybe I've mentioned this before, but there are bigger plans than what has been going on for like the last 10 to 20 years in the disclosure community. There's not supposed to be 1, 2, 3 people giving information. That's a model of slavery. And as I mentioned before, I am not a middleman for anything. I'm just sharing information. If you disagree with me, great. That's it. I want to help wake up everyone, and I want to help everyone evolve so we can all do it together, because there is nothing like some good teamwork. Like, yes. The more like you empower other people, the more you empower yourself, and there's nothing like a team win. People who've worked in groups like as a job or done, like for me with nursing, when someone has a really good outcome, the unit gets super excited and we all feel really like proud of ourselves because we worked together to achieve that. So this is about working together to achieve our freedom and our own success. And yeah, that's what I have to say about that. So I just paused the video to wait for Val Nek, and he's ready now. So Elon Musk has been tweeting a lot of tweets that correlate with the letter 17, like dates and times. So Val Nek, can you confirm whether or not Elon Musk is being instructed or being assisted by the military or the letter 17 to correlate or validate these communications on Twitter. He says, a curious question I cannot confirm or deny. Your people are welcome to speculate. He says, we are in control, and he's winking. That's all I can say. So my next question, or our next question, has to do with sort of like Neuralink. What is your opinion on civilian humans having access to technology such as implant communications? He says a tricky subject. It's not a popular one with your people. There are many places in the galaxy where we use these communications, sometimes on Earth with our own people. This is not always disclosed. Do you think, like Val Nek, does the Federation feel that the human race is spiritually evolved enough to handle this kind of stuff, or can we use technology responsibly? Like, what is your opinion on the consciousness of the human race at this time? He says, I have observed your people through you. I watch many of you. He's thinking. He says, I can disclose there is a council, a higher council, the Galactic Federation of Worlds High Council, to be specific. They watch over us and they watch over you. They help us make decisions in regards to implementing technology. They are also involved with the Alliance, the U.S. Navy, U.S. Air Force, to be specific. They are also involved in civilian disclosure. Many of you have asked many questions. There is a bigger plan in place that I cannot disclose. As I said before, it will take many years, many moons. I'm just trying to be funny. So the military, Val Nek, are we training our military, like in secret programs, to use technology to interface with the ships? Do soldiers have implants to interface with this technology? He says, I can confirm the U.S. Navy, Space Force, they use this technology. It is a secret, of course. We have given them many ships to build. It is necessary they have an implant to use these ships. I have spoken about this training before. It requires mental clarity, mental stability, all of these things. This is something the human race is not used to. It is difficult to train them. We have many challenges. This is part of my duties. We are working very hard to ensure the success of your people. It is necessary for you to learn these tasks in order to help defend your planet. I have repeated this several times, but I don't mind repeating this again. Okay then. So I guess that answers that. Okay, this is a great question. Val Nek, are people able to remote view you? I can hear them laughing. Are people able to remote view you, members of the Federation, or places like the Galactic Federation station or headquarters? He says this is absolutely not possible. How do I say it? There are many risks involved. We have technology. I'm trying to use your words. I'll help you, like cloaking technology, Val Nek. He's saying, yes, this is correct, something like this. We have also given this technology to your people as well. It is not possible to remote view their stations either. This protects us from enemies and enemy attacks. It is necessary. So just to clarify, if anyone's curious about what the commanders are doing on the Federation or who's working for the Federation, it wouldn't be possible to find that information out, by using psychic abilities. He says, yes, that's correct. There are many people in the Envoy program. Their energy fields are also cloaked. This is a protection. Okay. So what Val Nek, I'll just use my words to make sure. Sometimes when I'm translating stuff, I want to make sure that it's clear for all of us. So if we're trying to do like a psychic reading or remote view these locations, we wouldn't be able to because it's cloaked, or he's saying I can show you. So what he's kind of showing me is the station, even a ship. Even a ship. He's saying you'll only see what you want to see when the cloaking technology is active. So he's just showing me a ship, and then I'm seeing a station, and it's like a frequency that encompasses the spaceship, and it's reflective. So Val Nek, so when people go to remote view this stuff, they're just going to see a projection of their own consciousness, basically. He's saying that's the idea. It will hide what is actually there. It is for our protection. Okay, that makes sense, you know, because you don't want the cabal looking in on what you're doing, or, you know, crazy people or that kind of thing. So I just cut a little bit out because that question Val Nek couldn't answer. So instead of wasting our time, I'll just use my editing skills. So Val Nek, can some reptilians be positive and loving? He's kind of like... It is not in their nature to be positive or loving. They do not carry the same frequency as humans. The ones involved with Earth and Mars are not benevolent. I have fought them many times to ensure the success of humanity. We have killed many reptilians. I advise people, if you are connecting with them, to not do it. Connect with yourself, connect through your heart. There are many tricks and there are many games that they play, them and other people. Is it possible, Val Nek, that maybe someone's not connecting with a Draco reptilian, but rather technology that is pretending to be a Draco reptilian, or another type of reptilian species? He's saying it is more likely that you are being confused by technology than by the race itself. There are many projections of the imagination, many tricks that the cabal play, using what I can disclose as drones. This is another problem I have not disclosed before. I do not like to scare your people. I like them to focus on themselves. He's showing me a picture, so I'm just going to describe the picture. He's saying go ahead. So, for example, he's showing me what looks like a drone, but this isn't like a drone that you would buy at Walmart. Like, I know it sounds simple when I say this, but I don't research this stuff, so I don't know. But this is not like a drone you buy at Walmart. This is like a highly advanced drone, and it's floating in the air, and I'm just seeing like the suburbs or people's homes or people's houses. He's saying this is not comfortable to disclose. Please tell them not to be afraid. Okay, don't be afraid. But inside the drone, I'm seeing like energy and energy flashing, and I'm seeing people in their homes, like people around the TV screen, people eating dinner, and their brain is picking up on these signals and picking up on these ideas. Can you show me who's controlling the drones? He's just saying in facilities above ground. Your people do not need to worry. They simply need to raise their frequency. That is all. Okay. That's very interesting. So these drones, can they project they can project basically an extraterrestrial into your mind? He's saying that is correct. He's saying, I've heard Megan give good advice before. The difference between technology and a real experience is love. She has it correct. Thanks. Can these drones, Val Nek, also, so do they use these drones to target certain people or certain groups or certain light workers? He's saying, I'm thinking of what I can say. I'm speaking to my supervisor. It is best we don't disclose. I will let you speculate. Okay. And I'm just curious, like, the drones, can they give people, like, this is where we're hearing people sometimes hearing voices in their head, like, saying negative things or encouraging them to commit suicide. Can this information or can these frequencies come from these drones? He's saying, yes, this is very correct. Part of their operations. It is not the Federation's responsibility. He's speaking to his supervisor. He's saying that's all I can say. He's saying next question. So the next question is, do we need uranium to build spaceships or advanced technology? Is this necessary for the new space fleets being produced? He says, I don't think so. There are many places throughout the galaxy, specifically Mars. This is very important. I have mentioned this before. There are many elements unknown to planet Terra that are necessary for making these ships. The way he is thinking. He says, I'm checking with my supervisor. There's not much to disclose regarding these operations. What can I say? Elon Musk has the resources and the tools, luckily for planet Terra, to recover these elements within the galaxy. I can confirm we are helping him. He is contracted through your government. This is correct. So, in short, uranium is not necessarily necessary for these more advanced spaceships to be built. He's saying that is correct. Okay. I've heard like on the internet before, uranium and palladium is a big deal, but he's thinking. He's saying, I would offer to most people, this is what your government wants you to think. However, there are many places in this galaxy, the elements are much more, how do I say it, valuable to your people. An exchange is necessary. We are helping the people of planet Terra negotiate, specifically your government. Before our intervention, they did not have access to these materials. He's talking about, I'm thinking of what to say. Part of your government for many years, as many of you know, has worked with other malevolent extraterrestrial races. This is how they gained resource to manufacture certain technology. Certain elements were made available to them. Through the Federation and through partnership with the Federation, people such as Elon Musk can recover these elements. It is very important for your people, for the protection and defense of planet Terra. Okay. So there's another question, Val Nek, about CERN. The CERN collider in Switzerland, is it under control of the White Hats? And I think you've mentioned, or we've mentioned before, that the plan was the Cabal wanted to open up a portal so that they could escape to a different planet or escape their fate. He's saying, yes, this is correct. I can confirm a terrible loss and a terrible fate for them. How do I say it? The Federation was not involved. This was an operation by the U.S. Navy Special Forces. They have the materials and technology used to dismantle this system. It was not a success, a terrible failure. So just to be clear, I want to clarify that the Cabal's plan was it was a failure because of the U.S. Navy. They intervened. He's saying, I can confirm that is correct. Your people don't have to worry. The technology is very similar to how you dismantle a nuclear weapon. In simple terms, Megan likes to use magnets. Okay. I had a question, but it just escaped my mind. Oh, so there are many people, Val Nek, that thought that CERN could change the timeline, or that activating the collider at CERN would change the timeline. He's saying, I can clarify, the timeline would have changed if the Cabal was successful. If they made plans to escape planet Terra, our timeline would have changed. Thanks to U.S. Navy, Special Forces, the best of the best, we have a success. That makes sense. I accept. So, okay, do you guys celebrate Christmas, Easter, or holidays? So I'm kind of, I've mentioned before in the last Q&A that the Federation cannot confirm or validate our religious beliefs, that our religious beliefs are for us to discover within ourselves, because it's slightly been manipulated to be a tool of enslavement, in my opinion. You know, you don't have to listen to me. So for me, like, holidays are just a time to spend with my family and enjoy their company, versus actually celebrating whatever construct or whatever basis was created from religion, basically. So I will ask, Val Nek, do you celebrate Christmas? He's saying, if your people want to do it, let them do it. How do I say it? Many of your special events, they have a root of evil. Raise your frequency. Raise your vibration. This is all I have to say. Okay. Yeah, and that's really what the holidays are about for me, is spending time with family and that kind of comfort. So, how long, Val Nek, has the Federation been observing Earth? He's saying, we have sent many messengers over a period of time, over a long time, to intervene with your people. Many failures. Our most recent success, the best of the best, is our alliance with the U.S. Navy. He's saying this started in the 1950s. We have been working with them very closely, the plan to save the world. I'm very proud to work with this operation, as many people in the galaxy depend on the success of planet Terra, the Earth, the Moon, and the Mars. Our most recent celebration, our most recent success, this is very important for your people. I encourage them to focus on the now. I encourage them to focus on the present time. Raise your vibration, raise your frequency, look into your heart. This is very important. So, to answer people's questions, there's been people or messengers, representatives of the Federation, who've tried to intervene before the 1950s that were not successful. Excuse me. He's saying, yes, this is correct. There came a time when your people made a deal, a very bad deal, with certain factions of the galaxy. These beings are very evil. I have mentioned them several times. He's showing me reptilians and greys. The Federation evaluated the situation. We decided it was necessary to intervene for the fate of the entire galaxy. Before that, we wait, we watch, we allow the humans to evolve. The human race is very interesting. Manipulated over time, they have a component where they destroy themselves. They make decisions not in their best interests. We have sent many people, many incarnated extraterrestrials, to help with this process, to help spread the love, what you call the light. Please remember this. The most important mission: raise your vibration, raise your frequency. Please do not forget this. This is how you help us, and this is how we help you. I salute them. So, Yeah, and I agree. You know, for me, there's only so much of this information that is valuable, right? Because it's not really necessary to understand all of the secrets of the universe to understand yourself. You know, get to know yourself. And it's so simple. It can be so boring to people and not sensational. But really, truly, when you become a master of yourself, then you're able to function and master the world around you, if there is such a thing as mastering it in this lifetime, right? But this is what, you know, raising the vibration and spreading unity, I think that is seriously undervalued, especially in the field of ufology and the UFO community. Somebody asks, is there a good way to discern whether someone is possessed by a dark entity? So, whether someone is possessed by a dark entity or like maybe they're a clone or maybe they're like a victim of mind control or being controlled remotely, like their vibe or the vibration will be off. How you discern is you discern your own vibration first. You know your own frequency first. And as you get closer to yourself, you'll start to realize, like, oh, hey, I'm beautiful. I'm really a beautiful person. And you'll start to emanate this love. And it sounds kind of silly, but it's true. And then when you come across a lower vibration or a vibration that is not based in love, you'll immediately feel it. Like, I don't need to go, I'll listen to someone's voice, the frequency of their voice. It'll be like nails on a chalkboard, and I'm Casper the Ghost. Gone. Poof. That's all I need. I don't need to look into, are they hacked with blah, blah, blah? Are they a demon possessed? No, like I just know. It's an inner knowing. And that's really what I think we're all searching for, is that inner knowing, and we all have it. But Val Nek, can I ask you, are the clones, like the cabal, are they still using clones to manipulate people? He says, I can confirm this is correct. This is a problem. We have worked very hard to dismantle many stations. I can call them that. They are underground facilities. Are these facilities in the United States? He's saying, I cannot say. So the clones are still, the cabal is still using clones and technology, basically. He's saying, yes, this is correct, a work in progress. This is the responsibility of the Alliance, not the Federation. This is not part of my duties. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Is there any other advice, Val Nek, or any other words of wisdom that you have to say? He's saying, I want to comment on the mind control frequencies and mind control technologies. Keep your vibration high. Do not focus on the negative. Focus within your heart. I cannot repeat this enough. This is very important. That is all I have to say. I salute them. Okay. Agree. Well, lots of love to you guys, and I'll be back with more videos, and